Hey everybody, it's your boy Ricky here for Ink on 3 today, and today we're going to try out some wonderful new colors from Ink on 3. So we're going to make a simple project here with these three colors, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to show you the colors first. So the first thing that we have here is Sweet Petunia Pink. It's a really bright pink. It's actually pretty beautiful. There we go, you can see that. The next color is also Trinity Teal, and there we go, you can see that, and it's a beautiful teal color, blends so good. And then lastly we have a white pigment ink, which is super white and looks amazing on projects, and today we're going to be using all three of these colors today. We're also going to be using this stamp set that's been newly released by Crafty Meraki, and then some just plain 80-pound white paper, and then we're going to use some picket fences, blending brushes, and the Wendy Veggie art station here. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and get this blended. You always want to start out with your white pigment ink first because you don't want to contaminate your white ink pad. If you're going to do other colors with this, you want to do the colors last so that it does not stain your ink pad. And you're going to go ahead and wipe that off. Now we are going to start using the Sweet Petunia Pink here, and we're just going to use the blending brush here, and we're going to get this started onto the cardstock. And so you want to kind of blend this with the white at the same time, so you'll use both colors to kind of blend together. You can go back in with the white later, but the only issue is you might contaminate your ink pad, so you want to try your best to just blend it here and get a good blend. Now we're going to use the teal, and we're just going to do the same thing with the teal here. It's such a beautiful color. I actually love it. It's so great. And so here we go. We're going to go ahead and get all of this covered up, and I'm going to try to get the blending in really well with the white here so that we don't have to go back with the white. And using this little station, it helps, to keep the color on this little area so you can keep using the ink until you're done with it. And as you can see, I did go back in with my white brush, but I am not dipping it back into the ink pad because it could contaminate the ink pad. So we're just doing a little bit more blending to make sure everything looks good, and it looks good and blended. Looks like a flag. So now we're going to go ahead and get started making the actual card, or getting the card panel set up. I'm going to use this stamp set here, and to get it, even, of course my head has to show up for this, so that's my getting even tool, is using my head to do this. So we're going to go ahead and get that placed in there, and then what we'll do is we'll open this up, remove the bar magnet, and then we're going to place the sentiment in the center. Now I'm going to do some white heat embossing for this card, and it still shows up on the white pigment because it's a little bit whiter than what the white pigment is, and it's also shiny, so that also helps. We're going to be using Ink on 3's embossing ink here called Juicy, and believe me, it's so juicy. The actual stamp pad is pretty heavy actually, so it's pretty good. And as you can see here, just on my first running this over, I'm not pressing too hard, because I don't want to smash down the stamp. But as you see when I lift this up, look how juicy that is. That's amazing. The first stamp, that's amazing. So then we're going to use some white detail embossing powder here from Ink on 3 as well. If I can get it to zoom in, there we go, Arctic White. And we're going to just white heat emboss this whole thing. Do I have to pour over the whole jar? Yes. Have to pour the whole jar out just to get this covered. Don't have to, but here we go. We're heat embossed, and then as you can see, let your light shine. It's a little hard to see far away, but it is still there, so you can see it. So now what we're going to do is just trim this down, and basically what I'm going to do is take the edge to the edge of the paper cutter here, and just get equal sides cut on all sides. Then what I'm going to do is take some fun foam tape that has some adhesive on it already, and I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out so that this can go onto the back of the card. So we'll go ahead and get this placed onto the back of the card, and then what we'll do is we will glue this onto the card base. And then after it gets glued to the card base, we're going to add a few embellishments. So I'm just going to add a few crystal sequins here, nothing fancy. I'm just going to place them onto the card and then get them glued on. And then I want to thank you guys for just watching this video. I truly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me what you think about the new inks. I would love to know what you think down in the comments. And if you like any of these products that you have used, be sure to check out the links in the description to the video. Again, I want to thank you all very much for watching this video. I appreciate every person that watches this. I'm just astounded by how many people actually do. So you guys have a great day. Head on over to Ink on 3's website and go get some great stuff, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!